Hi, this topic is about Indian prose writers. Indian English literature was an outcome of Indo British encounter. English was started by Indians for the purpose of trade and commerce. The first Indian English author was Dean Mahomet, who published his memoirs, The Travels of Dean Mahomet. Indians wrote scholarly books in various fields as Indian philosophy, history, religion, and economics, etc. Raja Ram Mohan Rai's essay, A Defense of Hindu Theism, is the first original publication in expository prose in the history of Indian English writing. He was the greatest religious and cultural former of his times. He was well versed in many languages. He wrote in Bengali, Persian, Sanskrit, and English. He wanted to modernize India, so he knew the importance of English. He heads the list of distinguished Indians who used English prose to promote social and political reforms. Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, the author of first Indian novel, Raja Ram Mohan Rai's wife, wrote many essays in English. Chandar Dutt is known for his verse translation of Ramayana and Mahabharata. His non-fiction works includes Economic History of India. He wrote a travelogue, 3 Years in Europe, that is from 1869 to 1870. He was the first writer to write literary history. Vivekananda got international fame after his speech at the Parliament of Religions in 1983. His complete works consist of speeches and lectures. He described India's unique spirituality and greatness of Hinduism in an astonishing modernity. He used simple diction, short sentences, and imagery from day to day life. Rabindranath Tagore is remembered as a poet and novelist who won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1930. His prose writing is in form of lectures. His first prose with Sadhana is based on lectures he gave on Indian philosophy at the Harvard University. Nationalism, his collection of lectures, is almost poetic in nature. Tagore blames the economic impressions of Western nations for destroying social fabric of India. He absorbed the rest of ancient Indian thought and spirituality. Though Sri Aurobindo is better known as a sneer and poet, but he has written many volumes of prose writings on philosophical, religions, social, and cultural subjects. Because of the range and originality of his writing, he is called the inaugurator of modern Indian criticism. He resigned from his post after partition of Bengal in 1905. He gave up politics after his misty experience of Alipore jail. His significant works in field of religion and spirituality are The Life Divine, The Synthesis of Yoga, and Heraclitus. His literary criticism can be seen in the future poetry and in letters. Two other important critics are Ananda K. Komarswamy and Hirayana. National leaders such as Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, and Mahadeva Govind Ranade were great orators. V.S. Srinivasa Sastry wrote many biographies. Sarojini Naidu and Rajagopalachari were equivalent speakers. J.L. Nehru was the greatest writer of this period, and Rajagopal this period, and his autobiographical is the best work K.R. Srinivasa Iyengar, C.D. Narasimha, M.K. Nayak, and Meenakshi Mukherjee are important critics. Non-fictional prose includes biographies, autobiographies, travelogues, historical and cultural studies, and social criticism. Niratsi Chadri has written all sorts of books, but the autobiographical biography of an unknown Indian, his most famous autobiographies include Thigh Hand, Great Anarch, A Passage to England is a travelogue. The continent of Circe, The Intellectual in India, Hinduism, A Religion to Live By, and Three Horsemen of New Apocryphy are some of his historical, cultural, and religious books. Ved Mehta wrote 18 books out of which Delinquent is his only novel. Others are non-fictional writings. Being blind, he studied abroad and served there only. His first book, Face to Face, is an autobiographical. Walking the Indian streets, The Fly and the Fly Bottle are description of the universities with British intellectuals. Through the new theologian, he has tried to evaluate the Christian theology. John is Easy to Please is a collection of essays of criticism. Some other people from other walks of life wrote their memories. Sheila, thus, here is someone I would like you to meet, has anecdotes of musicians. Of Jawabs and Nightingales by Musa Raz gives us glimpse of the life of an IAS officer. Famous cartoonist R.K. Lakshman wrote his autobiography under the title The Tunnel of Time. R.K. Narayan wrote his autobiography My Days. Nayanthara Sangal wrote Prison and Chocolate Cake as her autobiography. Ruskin Bond wrote his autobiography as Scenes from a Writer Life, a memoir. And The Lamp is Lit from a journal. C.D. Narasimhaiah calls his autobiography N for Nobody. Autobiography of an English teacher, Manohar Malgonkar has written biographies of figures in Indian history as Kanhoji, Anjari, Mahatma Admiral, and Chhatrapatis of Kolhapur. S. Gopal is a distinguished historian. His biography, Jawaharlal Nehru, won Sahitya Academy Award. He portrayed his father, S. Radhakrishnan, in his biography. Ram Mohan Gandhi's biography of C. Rajagopalachari, published in 2 volumes, is definitive work of his statement. The Good Boatman, a portrait of Mahatma Gandhi, biography of Mahatma Gandhi, is provoking. His latest books are Revenge and Reconciliation. Understanding South Asian history, he tries to present both sides of a question. Modern novelists have written travelogues. Emerald Road by R.K. Narayan is about Karnataka. Dateless Diary is based on his visit to USA. Salman Rushdie's The Jaguar Smile describes his visit to Nicaragua. Various other novelists as Vikram Seth and Amritav Ghosh are also written travelogues. Many writers have proved their skills in writing personal essays. Many essays of R.K. Narayan reveal his deep observation of life. V.V. John has written in educational scene using witty mannerism of modern India. His essay include Light Luggage and the Great Classroom Hawks. Friends, before going through the MEG07, it is essential to go through this basic introduction essay. It reveals the many famous writers of Indian English literature. So please don't forget to memorize at least few of them. So thanks for watching. Meet you in another video.